student. Today we study 7th standard science chapter 5 part 1 video. This is acid and base. Acid and base. Children, you know that what is acid? Have you heard? This is acid, this is base. Have you know about that? What is acid? Yeah, when your parents says don't catch, there is very harmful because there is acid. So you know. So in this class we study what is acid and base, then how we can identify the acid and base, then what are the indicators, etc. Okay. The first, taste. What are the different types of taste? Yeah, sweet, bitter and sweet. Sour, right? Bitter, sweet, sour. So, if in examples can give example, the sugar which tastes sweet. What about lemon? What about the lemon? What is the taste of lemon? Is it sour? Then what about the taste of some soap? Soap, have you tasted? Yeah, we can't taste soap, right? So this is soap taste is bitter, right? So in this, now we study what there are different substance or different material which are present in our environment or our earth. Each and every material has a different taste. Yeah, some curd, it's a sour taste. Someone has a sweet, like they have a sweet taste. Someone they are spicy. So different variety of taste are there. So we study what is acid and base. Okay. So acid means the substance which gives sour taste. What is this? The substance which have a sour taste. The substance is called as acid. So if take any substance which have a sour taste, such substance is called as a acid. Have you know about now? Can you give an example? Yeah. So first, you know lemon. What is the taste of lemon? It is sour. So this is an example for acid. Next, what is the taste of curd? What is the taste of curd? The curd is containing acid. So these are sour taste. So these are also acid. Then what is the taste of orange? Some little sour will be there, right? Some sour taste will be there, right? So these are also the example for the acid. So these are the natural acid. Why? We can prepare? No, right? So because these are obtained in our environment, our surroundings. So these are natural acid. So what may contain of lemon? If I take lemon, they contain citric acid. What they contain? They have a citric acid. If I take curd or milk, so these are having sour taste. Which one have a curd? So these containing lactic acid. What does they contain? They have a lactic acid. So each and every substance which gives sour taste, they have a acid contains or acid particles. So we define substance which gives a sour taste is called as a acid. Then what about base? Base. So can you able to read? Yeah. The substance which gives bitter taste and soapy nature when it touches. So they have a two definition. The substance which gives substance which gives in a bitter taste and they have a soapy in nature. They have soap in nature when we touch in our hand. They feel like the soaping nature. So that type of substance we call as a base. Okay. So now you know know what is base. What is base? The substance which give a bitter taste and they have a soapy nature when we touch it. They feel like soapy when we touch it. Such substance is called as a base. Can you give example? Example. The best example is soap. What is this soap? Have you used some soap? Yeah. So bathing soap. We are washing clothes using soap also. For if we use some bath, so that soap also. So two types of soap also containing. They are a base. So we know what is acid and what is base. Okay. So in our study, there is next one is the indicators. What is this? Indicator. What is the meaning of indicator? So we can directly taste. So we have a definition. Substance have a sour taste is acid. Substance have a bitter taste is a base. So if I take, we can directly taste any food or any instrument, any material? No. Why? If I taste a soap, what happened? There will be infection of our body. Right? So if I take any acid, what happened? There are very harmful acids. So acid is very dangerous. So we can't identify acid and base through our taste. So there is one substance to the substance which changes the color when dipped in acid or base. Okay, such substance are called as indicators. So what does mean indicators? If I take any substance, the substance is a particular substance or material, it changes the color when dipped in acid or base. If I dip it in acid, they will show one color. If I dip it in indicator in another base, they will show another color. So, if a substance which changes the color when dipped in acid or base, such substance we called as indicators. So, now we know what is acid, base, indicators. Then, what is the example of indicator? So, natural example is litmus. What is this? Litmus. If I take another one, have you know turmeric? Turmeric. What is the color of turmeric, student? Yeah, the turmeric have a yellow color. So it is also act as a indicators. If I give any you want activity, I will told. So take a small piece of thin paper, then coat it with the turmeric water. Coated in a turmeric water. Then kept out for sunlight. Okay. After some time, take small piece of that turmeric paper and dip in a lemon. Cutted lemon. What happened? They shows a red color. What is the meaning there? They are acid. So similarly, you have to dip in soap. What happened? They will show another color. So this means there is a base. So turmeric is a natural indicator. We have identified which one is acid or base. So next study the litmus. What is this litmus? Litmus is also one indicator. What is this? It is also one natural indicators. It is obtained by some plant is called lichens. So from that we extract the litmus indicator. So what they are look like? If we take litmus as a small strip means this small like structure, this small paper or some solution. So litmus we will use as a solution as well as a litmus strip or litmus paper. So what happened? If I take litmus blue means if I take a blue litmus paper or strip, if I dip it in acid, it shows a red color. What they shows? They shows in red color. So if I take litmus blue litmus paper and dipped in acid solution, if I dipped in acid solution, so what happened? They will show a red color. Okay, so when litmus paper or litmus solution dipped in acid, they shows red color. So from that we know that this is an acid. This one is acid. So what happened if litmus is dipped in blue color, so base? So if I blue litmus paper, similarly blue litmus paper dipped in base, what happened? There is a no change color. That means only blue litmus paper dipped in acid, they change color and shows a red. Okay, if I dipped in blue litmus paper in a basic solution or base, said there is no change in color. They will not change their color. So such one, so that's why we identify the blue litmus paper or solution. So how we can identify this one is base? Yeah, there is another, there is a red litmus paper. What is this? Reverse of that. So if red litmus paper dipped in base, they will show red, blue color. Which color? Blue color. If I take any red litmus paper, they dipped in basic solution base, they shows a blue color. So what happened if I dipped in red litmus paper is dipped in acid? What happened? If I dipped in acid, what happened? There will similarly same no change their color. So if I dipped in acid, there is no change in color, red litmus paper. So if we want identify acid or base, so for acid we use always blue litmus paper, they shows a red color. If we want know about base, so red litmus paper is dipped in base and they will change it blue in color. So we have know how litmus paper are used or litmus solutions are used. Next, what happened? There is a no change in color sometimes if I dip in any solution. If I take a water, dip it in litmus, so there is no change in color. So that means there is a neutral. It is neither a acid nor a base. The acid wala, base wala. So that means there is a neutral. So what does mean? The solution not change their color. Such solution we call as a neutral. If solution not change their color, so there is a neutral. Okay. So this is the first indicator. Second one is a China rose. What is it? China rose. Where they occur? They occur from the Gudal petal. So we are not using that much as a China rose. We always use as a litmus. Because this is very famous indicator when we use in a chemical reactions. So China rose. What is this China rose? It is a liquid indicator. If it is dipped in acid, have you seen A? A means acid. If I dip it in acid, they will show a yellow color. If I dip it in base, they show in a green color. So when China rose indicator dipped in acid, they show yellow color. If I dip it in base, they will show green color. So this is the China rose. Next one is, what is neutralization? Neutralization. Have you heard about neutralization? What is the reaction between acid and base is called as a neutralization. What is this? The reaction between acid and base. When acid is reacted with base, listen carefully children. If acid which is reacted with base, such one is a neutralization reaction. So we study how neutralization takes place. So if I take, this is one beaker or some test tube. I am taking the acid, which was saying I will use a hydrochloric acid. HCl means hydrochloric acid. So what is the color of acid? Yeah, acid has a colorless. What is this? This one is a colorless. Then add 2-3 drop of indicator. So add 2-3 drop of indicator. Which indicator? I am using a litmus or not. I am using a phenolphthalein. So this okay, I will write here. You can't see this. Okay. So I am taking it. This one is acid. Acid which is colorless. So I am adding phenolphthalein. It is one of the indicators, not a natural. Phenolphthalein indicator. So what happened when added to indicator? There will also a colorless. So this is colorless solution. Next, I shaken well, add some base. For this, add some base. Which base? I am using a sodium hydroxide. NaOH means sodium hydroxide. What happened? When I add a drop of sodium hydroxide, there will show a pink color. Which color? Pink color. So initially the acid will be there. So acid is colorless. Add a few drops of phenolphthalein is indicator. What happened when indicator shows? It changes the color, right? So acid has a no color. If I add a sodium hydroxide, there will show pink color. Why pink color? Because there will be phenolphthalein indicator. There, when pink color shows means the solution have a base. So again I add some acid. I am adding acid. So what happened? When I add 2-3 drops of acid, there will be again colorless. Again colorless. Then again I add some base to this solution. Base means sodium hydroxide. What happened? This will be pink color. So when I add acid, there will be colorless. When I add base, there will be pink color. So this means the acid always have a acid does not have a color and base will show a pink in color. So this is means the neutralization reaction means when the reaction is continued, this reaction is continued, at the end there will be forming some salt. There is a forming some salt. So that means there is a reaction, neutralization reaction is occur. How we can say that the neutralization reaction is occur? When first I take acid, no color. When I add phenolphthalein, there will also no color. If I add some base like sodium hydroxide, there will show a pink color. Again I add some acid to this solution, there will colorless. Again I add some base, there will show pink color. The processes continue till the pink color does not change. So if I add so many acid, the color will not change. So it remains a pink color. So that point or that particular position is a neutralization. So that point there will be forming a salt. What form? Salt. That means the reaction between acid and bases takes place and there will form a salt. That reaction is called neutralization. What happened here? The acid is there, base is there, they will forming salt and water. So what is I give? I use this as a hydrochloric acid, nitrate and base sodium hydroxide. They will give a sodium chloride and water. What is this? Water. So I react in a chemical equation. You know what, don't bother about this one. I will give roots. Okay. So what is neutralization you will know. Then what happens in indigestions? Indigestions. So you know our stomach have produced a hydrochloric acid. What it means? Excess of acid is there. So we have a stomach in pain, right? So this means indigestion. That time we use some milk or basic content food. They use some base food. So then what happened? There is a neutralization reaction. The acid will be there. We use some base. The neutralization will be takes place. Similarly, ant bite. Ant bite have happened. What happened? When ant is bites, they will produce some acid. So we have recover. We using some base or some liquid or solution to recover that pain. In case of a factory waste means so many factory they will produce wastage as a acid. This is a wastage as acid. Then we can recovery for this wastage we will use a basic solution. Why? Because there is a when acid is there we add a base, then neutralization reaction takes place. Okay children, you know in this class we study about the definition of acid, base, examples, what are the indicators, then how indicators litmus takes place and China rose, then what is neutralization reaction, then how acid base reaction takes place due to indigestion, ant bite and factory of waste. If you have any doubt, you will ask me. Then thank you.